Ohayou I'm Grazed.
I'm Migi.
And welcome to...
We
the
Simpin.
Dai Niju wa.
That is 20... Episode 20... math and... 9. 29. Sorry.
You got there, eventually.
Eventually, I had to put my thinking cap on.
Today's topic is part 1 of our winter anime lineup of 2026. Yes,
there's parts.
We needed to do 2 parts. Last time we did this was in the summer because the summer was stacked, and now the winter's stacked. So here we are again. But before we get to all of that, let's do our weekly update.
Yes, let's, as usual, start with a personal weekly update.
Well, I just had like one quick one, for all 3 of us. It's the new year, new season and everything. Do we have any New Year's resolutions we want to implement into the new year? Whether that be anime related or not. Could be a personal goal. Witchley?
Yeah.
What you got?
I personally have a goal to finish the visual novels I started last year.
It's a big goal.
That is a big goal.
Because I bought you a shit ton of visual novels.
I won't be able to get through them all this year. I'm gonna try to make a dent and finish them.
I think that's a good goal. Get more gaming in. I mean, we started doing Sundays now where we, in the morning, since we have so much time to kill in the morning now, we just are playing games now together on the couch. You're on your Steam Deck, I'm on my Switch.
Yeah, it's fun.
You've been playing Scarlet Hollow, which is a visual novel.
Yeah, but not one of the ones I started last year.
I know. You just got that scarlet itch,
Yep.
Which is fine. So
Scarlet rot. No.
Oh no.
That's a different kind of thing.
That's a different game.
End game. Do you have any more resolutions?
If I did, I forgot them. So no.
Well, I think that kind of bleeds into mine, because we're gaming on Sundays now on the couch. I want to get more games done.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean channel content wise. I just feel like I played games but didn't finish games. Last year I took a dip into a lot of games and I just never finished them. So it's like
only last year, not throughout your entire life.
Oh,
like
yeah.
me.
Well, it's been consistent, but yes, last year I didn't improve on that, even though I said at the beginning of last year, at least in my own personal goal, is to finish more games. And sometimes I just lose interest or something else is happening at the moment. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I want to I spend money on these games. I should probably get my money's worth sometimes, but not a lot of times I'm in the mood, but I want to try to stick to some. But if I'm not necessarily liking something, I will drop it. But a lot of games that I did drop last year didn't necessarily mean I didn't like them. I just had so much other things going on that I just kind of just backlogs, and then it just gets too big, and then this is like too daunting to go back, and especially longer games, where it's like so daunting, like, do I need to start over? Do I want to do that? And that's why I really appreciate the smaller games in life now. Because they're just, a good less than 10 hours or so. And I'm just like, I have a good time with that. I just don't have enough time as I used to. That's a good goal. So that's at least my goal. As anime wise, I was trying to think of some, but honestly, me and Witchley watch so much anime. Like an ungodly amount of anime. I'm like, what? Do we add more to that list? Like, we should watch more. No, we watch plenty.
I mean, my personal goal is to watch more because I do not keep up with you guys, Yeah. And then I guess my other goal, also kind of ambiguous, is just to continue doing well with my business, my art business.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I do have another goal. It is to read 52 books, and I'm already falling behind.
What number are you on right now?
1. And I started it last year, technically.
Well, you are technically writing a book right now too, so that's kind of taking
time.
Which that could be that's a good goal too. Finish this book that you're writing.
Yeah.
I think that's a good resolution.
Hey, I do plan on doing that. That is a not even like a, oh yes, this is my goal. It's like, needs to be done. But the goal is to read 52 books, like a book a week.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is the 11th, and I'm still on a book that I started right before Christmas.
You can count that as the one, from this year.
That's what I'm gonna do, I think.
Since you did start at the end of last year, so.
Yeah.
Well, 52 is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is, but I when I'm into it, I can read pretty fast.
Well, what counts as a book? Like even manga or even light novels?
Light novels, absolutely. I wasn't personally going to count manga, but you could absolutely count manga. Because they're books.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
There's lumber involved. So, good goals. We all have good goals right now.
Yeah.
And I think another one, for me is just get more content out as much as I can.
Yeah. Play more games with my friend.
All right. Well, Witchley, we got any personal Weebly updates right now? On your end?
100 Meters movie. There. We watched that on Netflix.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want me to start that?
You should talk about it. You're definitely very passionate about it.
Okay. Well, this is a sports anime. It's an anime movie. Came out last year.
That makes sense with its title.
Yeah.
And if you can't guess what the title's about, it's about racing 100 meters, which is...
Oh shit, racing? I never would have guessed.
Just running, track and field and stuff. So, I was very interested just by the premise. I'm not really into sports anime, and I haven't been, but there's been some kind of change in me over the last year where I've watched more and more sports anime. A big example was Blue Box last year.
You loved Blue Box.
I love Blue Box, and it was about a basketball player and a badminton player kind of having a romance with each other. And I think that was like a nice blend of romance and the sports anime. It didn't feel like one overshadowed the other. It kind of felt like a nice blend. But that came and went, and then there's a season 2 this year later in the year. But I was like, well, I maybe I'm missing something, maybe I need to chew on this genre a little bit and see if there's anything new. And I kept hearing about this movie that just came out last year called 100 Meters, and Netflix picked it up, and we watched it, and it is a fascinating tale of 2 students that grow up together as childhood friends and kind of drift apart halfway through their life, and they both want to one's more of a prestigious runner, like he was gifted in running since he was a kid, and one's not so much. He flails, God, I don't know what the other words are, but he's just not as gifted as the first student, and so but they have this drive to run. And the biggest question in this movie is, why do you run? That's like the biggest thing in this. That's the biggest question that's answered, or that's being asked the entire film. And
because it's not about winning.
It's such I've been sitting on it for about a week now with Witchley, and before I dive more into it, because I have a lot of thoughts just thinking about it. Witchley, since you mentioned it first, do you want to talk about it a little bit? I know you probably haven't had a chance to just sit about it and think about it as much as I have, but...
Yeah, my mind is very busy. But I thought it was a beautiful anime. And after talking with you about it, I really appreciate everything you were able to glean from it.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed how they did the animation.
Oh, can we talk about that? Rotoscoping. This is the hugest thing. They added rotoscoping to this film, and I did some digging on it. And if, for those who don't know what rotoscoping is, it is animation on top of live action. And you think that would be easy. It is not. They go frame by frame and animate over on top of live action. My God, it looks stunning. It like at first when we started watching, I was like, what is going on? Like it just feels different, and it doesn't feel bad.
It feels so realistic.
It felt so realistic to see animation like that, so smooth, and just it felt human. It just felt I mean, everybody felt human.
Yeah.
How they walked.
Rotoscoping is so cool.
And it was so fascinating to see, especially with the running. Like there is an entire shot of rotoscoping in this film that's about 3 minutes long. It's a one take. And if you've seen the movie, you know what we're talking about. But it is stunning. It is insane how they pulled that off. And they actually had professional runners that they got to film the live action sections to run. It was so fascinating to see the animation quality that they put into this film. That's like only 110 minutes long of a film. I mean, it's really quick. So yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the animation, Wishley, because it's the biggest highlight to me.
Yeah, that for me too, honestly.
Anything else that you kind of liked about the film other than the animation?
Well, I do like how like the throughout the whole movie, the main question is like, why are you doing this? And like, why are you running? Which you could put towards pretty much anything in your life. Which when we were talking about it the other day, yeah, you made me think. Yeah, I guess it is more than just a sports anime. It really makes you think like, why are you trying to achieve the goals you're trying to achieve in life?
And there's so many answers that people have in the movie or their own opinion.
Yeah.
Of like,
everybody has their own reason for doing what they do.
And I think I like that. There's not a clear answer to this big question. Why do you run? And I love the metaphor to it. It's like, it's not about running. It's about your passion. Like, why do you do the passion that you do? And it made me really think about, I mean, all three of us here, we create something, whether that's with video, with your book, with Migi's art, it's just like we create something, but why do we do it? And it made me really think about that at the end of this year when we watched it, or I guess last week when we watched it. And it's just such a profound question that I never really just thought in my head at sometimes, because I've just been doing this for 6 years now. And it was a very emotional film, and I highly recommend anyone. I know it's a sports anime, but it is stunning. Honestly, since it came out technically in the fall, this probably would have been in my top 3 in my of 2025 for me. If I watched it before we did our podcast, I actually would have knocked one of my answers down. Or one of my picks, honestly. And I think it would have been Zenshu. It would have been top 3.
Damn.
Which is crazy. So check out 100 Meters over on Netflix. Do you have any personal updates, Migi?
Yeah. Mug and I watched Infinity Castle, finally.
Oh, what'd you think of it?
I think that, like, I thought that I had read somewhere that it was above Chainsaw Man on the charts.
It is.
But I think Chainsaw Man is better.
Wow.
Yeah, I do like it, but I think Chainsaw Man is better. Just in general. I think all of Chainsaw Man is better than Demon Slayer.
Well, I'm glad you guys finally got to watch it. Hopefully in better quality than a camera.
Yes, that's why we got to watch it. We not watching cam.
Excellent.
Well, I think that's it for personal stuff. Do we have anything in the news space, Miki?
Yes, we do. Well, we have a very big topic to talk about, but first I just wanted to mention that the co-founder of Sega, David Rosen, he passed away, but he was 95 years old, so he had a very good run.
He did.
Not bad.
Yeah. I just thought, I'm like, wow, good job, dude. Co-founder of Sega. That's a huge fucking company, man. We all know Sega. The main news, though, is that an AI-generated manga is becoming one of Japan's best sellers. And you actually linked this article to me, and reading through it, so it's like a romancy kind of like housewife husband thing, and it's completely AI generated. Yep. And it's huge on the list, but part of that is because of infamy. Infamy also makes things famous, so it's not always all positive. And there is also a thought that some of the positive reviews and things that are boosting it might also be AI and not real people. So it's just a big old problem in general, you know?
Oh dear. Yeah.
Yeah, the title
Like,
is called "My Dear Wife, Will You Be My Lover?"
Oh.
Which already sounds like a AI title to begin with. Though, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Japanese to have a title like that, honestly, sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think it's under the ebooks in Japan, like number 1 ebooks in Japan. It's just, that's crazy. And I think there was another article that I didn't list, but I think it was winning awards. And I think they got revoked because of it being AI. And
yeah, AI should absolutely never win awards.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Especially to this scale. I mean, like, this is just taking so many people's jobs away if this is where we're heading to. I mean, I know we've been talking about AI almost every week. I feel like there's always a new story about AI.
It shouldn't win awards because awards are meant to celebrate the person who put, you know, the effort and talent into making something. If there's not a person putting effort and talent into making it, there's no need for awards.
Indeed.
How does it make you feel, Wishley? I mean, you're a writer.
Yeah, I was like, that's sucky. I think it'd be sucky for anybody, you know. AI stuff can be amusing. I think, especially if you're going to be doing AI stuff, for one, it should be free. Like, you should just be able to enjoy that content for free, because nobody's going to profit off of it, especially not the people whose artwork and words that they've stolen. That's why I don't think, like, it should win awards like Migi was saying, and it should definitely, people should not be making a profit off of it.
It probably should just be separated from the actual man-made stuff, you know, so it literally can't be posted on a site or anything like that, get any likes or anything like that, you know. It's like, it's just slop.
I agree. It should have its own place.
Maybe that's how we'll be down the road. I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, right now we can distinguish what is AI and what isn't at this time, but maybe there'll be a point where we can't, you know, and that's a scary thought.
It'll just become harder.
One nice thing is that you can't copyright AI stuff. So, like, if you have a work that is AI, like, anybody could use it, but you can't copyright it, so it's not a protected piece of, like, creation.
Yeah. You can't protect copying other people's shit.
Exactly.
So yeah, look out for that. Will you be my lover, wife? But yeah, I'm sure we'll have another AI news thing to report next time. Hopefully not. But we just got to address the elephant AI in the room.
Yep.
So, well, I think that's about it for the Weebly updates. How about now to the main event, which is the winter anime lineup of 2026.
Part 1.
Part 1, yeah. So we did this last summer of 2025 where we separated them because there is a lot of anime to chew on. And so part 1 is just going to cover the continued series, and part 2, which will be next episode, is going to cover all of the new series. I figured that'd
at
be
least that we're going to be watching.
Yeah, of the ones that we're watching, yes. And there's quite a bit on that one too that we're chewing on. But we're talking about the continued series, and that is either, you know, sequel series, movies, things of that such. So how about we go through the list? We have about 10 that we are all watching. I'll start us first. My Hero Academia, Vigilantes, Season 2. Bones Studios is just cranking out more My Hero Academia, and it's awesome. They just wrapped up the final season, and now they're moving on to what they started last year, which was Vigilantes, which is a spin-off series of My Hero Academia, and it was sanctioned by the author of My Hero Academia, and because somebody else wanted to tackle the spin-off, and it deals with 3 vigilantes that are in Tokyo, I think just in Japan in general, but also it does highlight a lot of the secondary cast of My Hero Academia, mainly being like the teachers and such, and maybe the pro heroes. So like Eraserhead's such a big influence into the show. You have All Might here and there. This is like before the events of My Hero Academia, so this is like when All Might was still in his prime. You had Eraserhead out there. You had Midnight, Mount Lady, Fat Gum. You know, you just have all of these heroes that are just kind of just doing their hero work. But the main there's new characters, which I really love the new characters. I really love the first season of Vigilantes, and I know Witchley did too.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it did something different than what My Hero Academia was going for, which was more of a serious tone at times. When I know it's it's a school of heroes, there can be goofy moments, but I feel like with Vigilantes, I think it got a little bit more wacky, and I think I really appreciated that.
More wacky.
Yeah, and you have like these 3 vigilantes who are not supposed to be heroes, who are just going out, in around their neighborhood and just helping out. You have the Crawler, who is the main character, or sometimes named the Crueler because of misprint. You have Popstar, who is a idol on the streets who sings for her fans, and then you have a Batman-esque fighter called Knuckle Duster, who doesn't have a quirk.
He was my favorite.
Who's awesome, and it's just, and then obviously there's a couple other characters that get introduced as well that is new, but it's nice seeing the My Hero Academia world kind of open up a little bit more and show new sides of this world that have been well built, because of My Hero Academia. And I'm excited for season 2. We've already watched the first episode. It just picks up right where it leaves off. And it's a very short, it's a short series. You can read all of the manga right now, and it's finished. And I think Bones is wanting to just finish it all, and I think that's great that they got to tackle this again, because I don't think they lost steam out of the My Hero stuff after they've done 4 movies and 8 seasons of the show. I mean, they're riding on a high, and I'm glad that they're going to keep it going. And I don't know if this warrants more content of Vigilante or of My Hero universe. I would love that. I'm depending on if it's right, so
Yeah, of course.
But Witchley, did you have anything you want to say about it that I didn't talk about?
Oh, I'm good.
Just more My Hero Academia.
That's good.
Is good. All right.
He's good.
Well, Migi, what's your pick?
All right. Well, one of the continuing series that I will at least eventually be watching, and I do have to say eventually, because the 3 series that I'm going to talk about are all ones that my husband also wants to watch. And my husband only likes to watch them when they're all out so that we can binge them just like a really long movie. So, but the first one that I'm going to be continuing watching is Jujustu Kaisen Season 3. Woo! And I love that there's a 3rd season. Jujustu Kaisen is great. And the description for Jujustu Kaisen, at least as on Crunchyroll, is although born with tremendous power, Itadori Yuji lives in a completely ordinary life. One day, to save a classmate, he eats a cursed finger, and now Ryomen Sukuna lives in Itadori's soul. Guided by the Jujutsu sorcerers, he joins the Tokyo Metropolitan Jujutsu Technical High School, an organization that fights the curses. Now begins the heroic tale of a boy who became a curse to end a curse.
It sucks that you have to wait another 6 months to watch this, Miki. It's
Is it going to be like 24 episodes?
That's actually going to be 12, but I guess she would be waiting 4 months. But man, it is so good. What did you think of JJK coming back to it?
I'm loving it. McDonald's.
Is this a McDonald's?
Because she's loving it.
It's missing my boy Gojo, but no worries, I know what happens.
Yeah.
Well, spoilers, but yeah, Gojo's not in this season for reasons. Your best man is not there, but there's some crazy stuff gonna happen, and I think you'll still enjoy it regardless of your simp not there on the sidelines.
I like the story as a whole. I mean, Gojo just was the cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
The beautiful-eyed cherry.
Yes.
Well, I think that's all we could say about Jujutsu Kaisen without getting into spoilers any more than that. But Witchley, what's your pick?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. And what season is this on? You know. And where can we watch it?
The one I'm highlighting is, for some reason. Anyway, I'm falling in love with you.
Season 2.
Season 2. Well, obviously, this is the continuation.
I know.
Episode, honey.
You want to talk about this one?
Like, so.
This is a shoujo.
Yeah, hold on. Shush, let me talk about
it.
Okay. A shoujo romance. It's a high school drama, slice of life thing. So the plot is that Mizuho's life is upended when her childhood friend Kizuki confesses his feelings for her, forcing her to see him in a new light amidst the backdrop of a pandemic, which they will not claim is COVID, even though it's absolutely covered, and nobody wears masks, which is weird. But this anime it's fun and frustrating. I'm appalled that this show gets a season 2 and Seventh Time Loop does not, because
it's unfair.
Seventh Time Loop is like gold, is wonderful, and this it's like something that you love to like shit on, you know.
Oh, and we loved it. We shit on the first season.
Seven Time Loop. It's not gonna get a second season.
So far, nothing is in the works yet, and it's starting to seem a little less likely.
You know, it doesn't mean
they could totally get like 2 more seasons out right now if they wanted to, with how much content is out.
It doesn't mean they won't do it. It just means it's not announced at this point.
No,
you know?
But see, this is the disgusting part, is that a show like this, where it's not as an interesting plot or like things just don't make sense, it gets a second season. And it started off with less content than the Seventh Time Loop. Anyway. I digress. It is a fun show, especially if you love like getting frustrated and love bitching about characters.
Oh, I bitch about so many of the boys in that fucking show.
There's one boy in particular who at first you're like, hey, get it. And then you're like, you fucker. But yeah, no, this is a perfect one if you want to get some like anger out.
It's a stress relieving anime. Yeah, I had some issues with it because of their like the plot and the pacing, but man, we'll be obviously me and Witchley are going to be back to maybe watch the new season and just see how this train ride is going to fall apart. It's kind of like when we watched Domestic Girlfriend, where it was a heaping pile of trash that was burning the entire time, and we binged it all in one day and just had to see how this thing was going to burn, and my god.
I will say I am so sorry to any fans out there who love Anyway, I'm falling in love with you. And I know there's so many people out there who's excited about this anime and that it got a season 2, so I'm sorry. But
I'm sorry, not sorry.
That's a stress relieving anime. Should they make little figures that you could squeeze and have their eyeballs pop out?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd buy that.
I would buy the most frustrating boy in there and squeeze the eyeballs out.
What is wrong with you?
Like, what's the matter with you?
Bart Simpson him. Just
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You season 2 over on Crunchyroll. My turn is Hell's Paradise.
Oh, hell yeah.
Season 2. It's another MAPPA show that is coming out around the same time as JJK season 3. Crazy enough, they were like side by side each other by a couple days. But I am so glad Hell's Paradise is back. This is a dark fantasy series about Gabimaru, who is a sentence. He's like a mercenary. He is sentenced to death, but given the chance at freedom if he can retrieve the elixir of immortality from a mysterious, dangerous island alongside other convicts and executioners. This is like basically like Suicide Squad, the anime, and not the Suicide Squad anime I'm talking about, like the isekai one. But this is like Suicide Squad, because what happens is he goes out, like they can obviously just send him to the island, but they won't have any way of managing him. So an executioner is like with him the entire time, as if he decides to bail out, and then they'll just kill him on the spot. So you have the executioners, you have the convicts, and they go to the island, and it's such a mysterious island. You don't know what's going on, and it's like crazy shit's happening there, from monsters living there, and people are dying. This is a very rated R show where death is it can happen to anyone on this show, and so don't get attached to any of these characters. But man, it is such a thrilling ride, and I'm all for season 2, where they literally left us off kind of on a cliffhanger with Gabimaru and the rest of the cast that's left alive, and we found out more about what the island is and what this immortality thing potion might be and how to obtain it, and I am just down for more of the mystery on this island. So, Witchley, do you have anything you want to say about it?
I love it. I'm excited about it. It's visually stunning, and it makes you go, oh.
Yeah, we watched the opening this morning, so I'm like, ooh.
I was just talking about the show in general. Yeah.
Well, hearing your description about it, I feel like I might have actually seen some of Hell's Paradise, like the first season. I'm like, wait a minute, this is ringing bells.
Then you might have.
Which you should finish it up and watch season 2. Because it's great. And it's Mappa. I have to highlight Mappa. It's anything Mappa does.
You are an anime studio hoe.
Yeah, he is.
I'm a Mappa fan. Anything Mappa does, I'm down for. And this year they're going.
I'm pretty sure Mappa did campfire cooking. You never looked at that.
I did not. And they did 2 seasons, which is crazy to think about. So I might need to go back on this, because I haven't watched all their stuff, mind you, but the stuff I have watched is peak. So yeah, that's Hell's Paradise season 2 over on Netflix. I think it actually came out today at this time of the recording on the 11th. So check it out, guys. It's already out. All right, back to you, Migi.
All right, the second one coming out also with the second season is one that Crazed is particularly excited about, and that is Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I would read the Crunchyroll description, but it's like way longer than every other description out on Crunchyroll.
Well, okay, well, I mean, I can give a base. I mean, you can kind of give your own description. I mean, I'm sure you can.
Oh, I think it's just okay. So I'm not going to give like a super professional description of Frieren. You can do that if you want to. But I just think Frieren is just a wonderful fantasy anime. It's got a great world and great characters, specifically, of course, Frieren, who she's like, she's almost got like this little bit of like autism. You know what I mean? She's her own special individual who does not understand some things that people do. And she's just living her life and following her passions, and she is so like silly but also kind of inspiring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's like it's almost like a slow burn in some ways, but then it's also slice of lifey and really sweet, and it has great action. Yeah, it's a very good anime, so I'm very much looking forward to its second season.
Heck yeah.
Witchley, you want to talk about Frieren a bit? Why you're excited?
Like you said, yeah, beautiful anime. I'm excited for it. This is definitely like your, like I would say your baby.
This is my Apothecary Diaries to you as a, or like this is Spider to Miki. You know, right. This is my. This show blew me out of the water from its animation, from Madhouse Studios. Yes, I'm a fucking studio snob. I love Madhouse. They've never done anything wrong with any of their animated projects, like One Punch Man Season 1.
Oh yeah.
And only One Punch Man Season 1. That's all I'm gonna say. But they made Death Note, they've made Death Parade. I mean, they've knocked it out of the park in previous projects, and I was interested in what Frieren was going to be. I never read the books until after the show came out, and I was just floored by its 4-episode premiere over 2 years ago, where it picks you right up where they where she finished her journey. And I mean, like as the title says, Beyond Journey's End, you know, like this this is what happens after the hero party destroys the demon lord, and what's that like after you have just done the biggest thing of your life. And then, I do like Frieren, such an interesting character, where she does not know the concept of time, because it doesn't even, it's like a blink of an eye to her, like human lives are so quick for her that she doesn't realize what she loses. And that's like the very beginning of the story, where she starts to learn what it's like to be human, and how fleeting that is, and she gets to have all these relationships, and she learns all of this, all of her quirks that she loves is because of the people that has inspired her, like her little knickknacks on trying to get such useless spells is because of her master. Her hoarding treasure or loving to get treasure is because of Himmel, the hero. I mean, there's just so many little things that she's grown attached to thanks to the people in her life. And it's very touching, and seeing her have these emotions that she's never felt before. And I'm getting welled up. I don't know if you can. I know Witchley's looking at me and like, oh my god, he's crying. But like, just seeing her realize that she wishes that she could, she wishes she could have done things differently. And then she has to apply that to her moving forward, and the journey that she is on right now is like self-discovery, and it's and getting to know people, and it's very beautiful.
Yeah, I would say there's this one sentence in the Crunchyroll description that I think is wonderful, and it says, "This anime blends fantasy, reflection, and insightful character developments with themes of friendship and mortality."
It's perfect. It's very perfect, and
it really does.
And this is why this is like one of my favorite
your
things.
Whole PC is themed like that.
I funded season 2 by buying the PC limited edition to Frieren. I have several figures. I own several shirts of Frieren. I mean, I love this series so much that I want more of it in my life, and I'm so glad we're getting season 2. We haven't watched it yet at the time of this recording. It will not be out yet, but probably already out by the time you're listening, of course. But January 16th, coming back with Frieren Fridays. I'm so happy. So yeah, Frieren season 2. Witchley.
Nice.
Can you top that?
No, I don't think anything can top Frieren. Excuse me, you were on my phone. He was on my brain. Okay. My next pick is Trigun Stargaze, which is the continuation of Trigun Stampede, which came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago from Project, I guess, Studio Orange, who actually, funny enough, has done Beastars also.
I can tell because they did that beautiful 3D animation.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, I was going to say, that's the one you were telling me about that has that really gorgeous 3D.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Trigun Stargaze continues Bash the Stampede story 2.5 years after the Stampede events, focusing on newfound hope for humanity with a message of rescue from Earth, while Bash hides as Eric's until an SOS from Jessica pulls him back, forcing him to confront his past and Millions Knives machinations, with Meryl, Millie, and Wolfwood also drawn into renewed conflicts and plant-related crises, culminating in a final confrontation for humanity's future. That sounds epic.
Well, yes, Stargaze is the final season of Trigun for this rendition. I really loved Stargaze and watching it with you, Witchley. It's a retelling.
Stampede.
It's like a
Yeah, you mean Stampede, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Stampede. Sorry, they're very close. I wish they just... But yeah, watching Stampede was so fun and energetic, and the animation's so great with this 3D. It's the first time I ever thought, like, oh, 3D animation is on a whole new level now of appreciation, rather than it being half-assed and lazy. I mean, this is phenomenal work on stunning work even on the series, and I love that they took this risk in doing like a reimagining of what Trigun originally was. So this is like a retelling, reimagining, remake of the original Trigun all the way back in the 90s. So the fact that they got the chance to, and they even brought back Johnny Young Bosch to voice Vash again. 20 plus years later, it's crazy, and he's doing an amazing job again as Vash, and they are exploring new territory that's not in that they never got to do in the original run back in the 90s. So it's so great to see this new telling of the story and seeing what the conclusion is going to be from their perspective. So I'm down for it.
Me too.
Nice.
That's one you got to watch, Miggy. You got to watch Trigun Stampede and Stargazer.
I do, because I mean, I don't remember it perfectly, but I do know that I watched the original Trigun.
Yeah. So the Stampede is also like a reimagining, so it's not going to be like the original.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Like I said, I don't really remember the original very well.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
you don't
fine.
need to, so that's perfect.
So you can go into Stampede pretty much blind if you needed to, which is good for just newcomers of the series, and then you can even just go back and watch the original as an appreciation, even of what the legacy was. So I think it's great that they have this opportunity to do something like this. So, Trigun Stargazer over on Crunchyroll.
Nice.
All right.
What's your last one? Or no, you have 2 more crazed.
Yes, you gave me 4.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's because I feel like out of the 3 of us, you were the most particularly hyped about anime in general.
I'm always hyped about anime. I'm probably the most hyped in this call right now. And I can't be more hyped than 'Tis Time for Torturer Princess Season 2. I mean, as you can guess from the title, this first season came back, I think came out last year, or early last year, and it was such an interesting premise of, like, this kingdom that you got, like, one side that's the demon army, and then you also have, the humans fighting the demons, and then you have this princess who's a badass, by the way, but then she gets rescued, or she doesn't get rescued, she gets captured by the demon army, and they torture her, but not in the way you expect. They like they torture her by, like, showing her, like, really good food, or like just like some really otaku stuff, and you soon to realize that, like, this princess is very otaku-ish. She likes food, she likes, just sleeping. I mean, she's like a very lazy otaku princess, but she just puts on this front of being a badass princess for her kingdom. But as they're torturing her, they like make a good meal, they make like a good ramen in front of her, and she's just chained up being like, oh, it looks so good,
and she gives them the most ridiculous bits of information.
Yeah. In order to, like...
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
And it doesn't work, so they're like, okay, 'tis time for torture again, princess.
It's like they do laundry on Wednesdays. Oh my god.
This is such good information. And then they send it over to the Demon King. He's like, I can't use this. What are you doing? And they'll go back down there and torture her. And then it just... And it's really funny. It's a really funny concept. And I'm glad they're just doing more. I don't know where they're going to go with it. And it just...
That is funny. That sounds great.
Can't wait to see what they... Oh, and then she also has a talking sword that, like, tries to tell her, don't give in! Don't give in! And then, like, she just gives in on these pleasures of, like, food and just playing games and whatnot.
Do they ever give it to her when she tells them stuff?
Yeah, so she's
they give it to her
allowed to have as much as she wants after she gives the information.
It's not like
this is the kind of torture I'm here for, man.
Right?
It's really funny, and I'm excited they're doing more, and just seeing more shenanigans down in the prison cell with the princess trying to get more information out of her. So it's just a good time.
I understand this princess. I am also very food motivated. I'm kind of like a dog.
Me too.
They really make the food look really good. Where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would probably give in. I'd probably start spilling some secrets. So
amazing.
Yeah, check it out if you guys if that even piqued your interest. Even just watch season 1 again. It's a really a good time.
And the rescue attempts that they make for the princess always wind up so hilarious.
I forgot about that too.
Alright.
Good rescue, funny attempts that they do for.
Isn't there like this one where the knight comes and he's like, I'm here to save you, I got this transportation spell. However, there is like an issue with it. It will like transport your clothes before it transports you, but it'll only be like a couple seconds. And then she's like, okay, let's do this. And then suddenly her clothes start disappearing and she freaks out and she smacks the ever-loving shit out of him, knocking him unconscious.
Mhm.
Sorry.
And then she doesn't get rescued.
She doesn't get rescued.
So
And she gets to stay fully
it's
clothed.
very, very funny.
It's hilarious.
So check it
yeah.
out over on Netflix. Not Netflix, sorry. Check it out over on Crunchyroll. All right, Migi, your last one.
All right. My last one that I'm looking forward to is Beastars, the final season, part 2. And that's crazy when they have a season that's so big that they just make a part 1 and a part 2 of a season rather than making, 3 and 4 or so what.
You can thank Netflix for that because that's what they do. It's on Netflix.
If you don't know what Beastars is, it is like one of the most extreme world building animes there are, because it is literally all about the society of animal people that are like really extremely dimorphic and different between the different animals, and what it means to have predators versus prey, and all of their urges and how they interact with each other and how the world works. And that's really the basis of Beastars. And of course it just starts in high school basically, but it gets so much bigger than that. And I'm just so looking forward to where they go next. So many animes won't go into the amount of detail I want to know about the world, and this anime does so much better than that. It's like, yeah, there's this issue and this politics, and the world is built like this, and this is the fears that individual people are having, and it's like, yes, that's what I want. I want to know the world of the animes that are all fantasy or monsters or furries or whatever,
Yeah.
I have questions.
Especially between the carnivores and the herbivores. And I mean, originally, like the first season alone just starts off as a murder mystery of like who's killing all these herbivores. And then it just goes from there. It's just insane. So excited for this. And it comes out in March. There's not a date yet for this one. They just say March 2026. So it's coming very, very soon. Later half of winter, but still very, very soon. Can't wait.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
All right.
We need to catch up on it.
I know. We haven't watched part 1 of the final season just because I knew they were going to do 2 parts. So we're kind of doing what Migi does with her husband and just waiting for all of them to come out so we can just kind of go through it all. Because
that is one of those binge-worthy shows.
It is. It's a very binge-worthy.
Yeah.
And it comes from.
It also
Netflix.
tends to have some really jamming intros.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yosobi was one of them. Oh man, it's such good ones. Yeah, watch. I guess catch up on Beastars over on Netflix before part 2 comes out in March. Witchling, your last one?
No, this one I'm like probably out of the 3 that I'm talking about today is the one I am the most excited for. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run. Holy shit, it's happening!
I know, yeah, we talked about it a couple episodes ago, but yeah, it's coming back and very soon, March 19th, 2026.
Yeah. So in this season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or should we say this part? This is like, what, part 7?
Oh my gosh. I could never catch up.
I mean, you could jump in any part you want, really. Well, especially right now. This is pretty much like a whole, like, clean sweep of the entire series. So, this is a great starting point.
Yep.
If you want to get into JoJo, but you don't want to start from part 1. So, we follow... sorry, my phone turned off. We follow a paralyzed ex-jockey, Johnny Joestar, and a mysterious outlaw, Gyro Zappelli, as they enter America's first transcontinental horse race in 1890, the Steel Ball Run, for a $50 million prize. If I could go into more
crazy.
details. Oh yeah, it gets crazier. This stuff is... I'm
just saying that amount of money for that time period. Like, that's crazy for now. That's super super crazy for then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anyway, the race is from San Diego to New York. It serves as a cover for President Funny Valentine to find pieces of a holy corpse, forcing Johnny and Gyro to master the mysterious spin technique, develop stand abilities, and uncover a vast conspiracy while competing against deadly rivals, ultimately becoming a quest for redemption and uncovering deeper truths about the world and themselves. So yeah, when I first heard about this from my brother, he was like, "Oh yeah, I think they have to go across America and find the body parts of Jesus."
Jesus.
My God.
Which I have to say made me laugh so hard.
Did it already start?
I think it's starting March 19th.
Yes, March. Yeah, this is gonna be later in the
I was
winter
just like,
lineup.
can we watch it together?
That would be hilarious to watch. Let's do it.
Oh my god, if we can get Migi into
We have a JoJo watch party.
JoJo, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, and like you said, this is a good starting point for anyone that wants to get into JoJo. This is a clean slate. This is a reset on the series. I was a little iffy on it, but now that we are so close to Steel Ball Run, I know we talked about this when the announcement happened. I'm excited that we're getting more JoJo now. I'm just I was a little weary because of the clean slate, because of how much they established prior to this before part 7. Like we had such a lineage of JoJos up to a certain point, and now we are kind of hitting the reset button, and I'm excited for it. As
You mean we're doing Zenshu?
Exactly.
Basically. I don't want to spoil anything that happens in part 1 through 6, but this is a clean slate, and I was a little worried about that because we're kind of just resetting the board, and these are sort of new characters, I guess reinvented characters that they're doing from previous JoJo show.
I would say they are pretty much their own characters. Like
they're new,
but they don't resemble the previous ones. So.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna be like finding Easter eggs. I don't think. Like, oh,
probably not. I think this was a good. I like just thinking about it. I mean, I've not read the series in the manga, but it feels like the creator had so much lore and stuff that he's put into the series that he just decided to wipe it clean, to kind of just do a reset and just go and tell a different story. And maybe that was good because you're at part 7 now. That's been several arcs and chapters of different JoJo and different characters that you got to introduce and tell a story. So maybe him resetting it was a good mind space for him.
I feel like it probably was because but you see how JoJo starts in part 1. There's nothing to do with stands or anything, and you see that like blossom throughout the next few parts. And you realize that's what he always wanted JoJo to be, and this is a clean start for him. to
help Migi out, what is a stand?
A stand is like oh man, I want to like describe it as like almost like
Have you ever seen Persona, or have you ever played Persona, Migi?
I played some Persona, yes.
It's kind of like that, where you have a persona that's attached to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is funny enough. That's how they got inspiration, was because of JoJo. I think is why they made Persona. So it's like a reference almost. So it's like that, where they have their own powers and whatnot. So very interesting.
They have their own abilities.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for JoJo, and if we can get Migi on board, let's watch party it with you, me, and Migi and Donut, because Donut's gonna want to watch this. Yeah, we just get a whole watch party.
So fun.
That would be fun.
We can do a JoJo update every week with a new episode and just talk about it. Oh my god,
that would be amazing. Let's do it.
We'll call it Mimi's Bizarre Adventure, or Migi's Bizarre Adventure. It'll be like another podcast. We'll do a second podcast where we just talk about nothing but JoJo.
JoJo's Bizarre Podcast.
All right, well, that is JoJo Steel Ball Run. I can't wait for it to come back over on Netflix in March, coming very, very soon. I'm so excited, and we'll be talking about it one way or another. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll do my last one, which is Oshinoko Season 3. How do I even explain what this show is?
Amazing.
This is from the same creator who has done Love is War, though this is a drama show rather than a love show, or I guess a comedy, a rom-com per se. This deals with Goro. Oh, God, I mean, I don't even want to spoil the first episode. It's just insane. This is... Man!
Well, what kind of genre is it?
This is drama. This is mystery. This is... Man, so Oshinoko is such an interesting story. It deals with the movie and TV industry, or I guess the movie, like the celebrity business, you know, like what's it like to be a pop idol and whatnot, and what's that like, and what's the responsibilities there, and then what's it like to be in a TV show or a live performance on stage, like even a concert or a play. It even deals with movies. I mean, it's just
And
like...
how do you deal with...
I've been on a play on stage many times in my life.
I've only been on a play stage thing in the first grade. So that's well.
I've always been backstage when in school, so...
So you're never up front?
No, I was never up front, so...
Oh.
But it's nice to see the background and see how everything works, you know, and just... It's fascinating, but I'm trying to be as vague as I can because this show is something. It has a murder mystery, it has intrigue, it has a story about revenge. It's
really good, and you don't really want to talk about it much, especially if people have not seen that first episode.
That first episode is one of the best pilots I've ever seen in any anime.
Yeah.
And it's so stunning. It's about an hour and a half long, so if you can stomach a pilot being an hour and a half long, but it tells the tale it needs to tell to start this story, and it's perfect. It's a perfect pilot episode for this show, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible, Migi, so because you have to watch this show.
The amazement continues in this third season,
and I've read all of Oshinoko, and it's so good. And I'm so excited for season 3 because it deals with a character who's been kind of, I would say, sidetracked, or I guess like sidelined, backburned for the longest time, because we're dealing with kind of twins that are going through a story together, and it was been mostly focusing on the son, the oldest. And now we are kind of focusing our attention towards Ruby, who wants to follow in her mother's footsteps. So it is very interesting. I'm trying to be as vague as possible. Wishley, do you have anything you want to say about Oshinoko that you haven't said already?
I don't know. I mean, I could go into stuff, but that would be
it's spoilers.
Yeah. So it's like we need a whole spoiler talk.
Yeah, I feel like I should, but I don't want to spoil. Amigi, you have to watch this. you gotta watch Oshinoko.
Yeah, you'll get sucked in.
Okay.
And then we could all do a spoiler talk.
I wouldn't mind talking about this whole show. This show's so great. Even the first 2 seasons are amazing. Like, I love season 2. Probably way more than season 1 because it dealt with...
I will say, in season 1, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, just like a little Easter egg thing. But you see this one person working on a TV show, which happens to be adapted from a manga, which they first showed off in Love is War.
Yeah, it's all part in the same universe.
So when I was rewatching Love is War with my brother, I was like, oh my god, that's the show they were filming in Oshinoko! So, that was funny.
Yeah, it's cool that he connected the two.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that is cool.
We know they all happen in like the same universe and all that.
Which is kind of crazy because what happens in Oshinoko is crazy beyond what Love is War is. So it's like 2 different genres, you know? It's like,
I thought you were gonna be like, what happens in Oshinoko stays in Oshinoko.
It's like Vegas.
Exactly.
It's gonna be on Crunchyroll, season 3. But if you want to check it out, the first 2 seasons are on High Dive. And that is our list for part 1. Unless there's anything else we missed.
I don't think so.
No, I think we covered the continued series just fine. I mean, we're all hyped one way or another on some of these. And we'll be back for part 2 next episode, guys, where we will be talking about new series that's coming out in the winter lineup, and boy, do we have some.
Awesome. Good ones.
Probably even more than this list. So
Yeah, no, that episode's going to be longer.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about all of these new anime that's in the winter lineup.
Stuff to say.
We do. And if you guys are watching any continued series, let us know down in the comments below or email us. Check us out.
Yep. Don't forget that you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and even cool merch on Redbubble.
If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts for us, you can reach us at weebysimpinpodcast@gmail.com.
And that's a podcast.
So as we always say,
Ja, mate.